One of the things, when we win Wisconsin and we carry the presidency, I think there's going to be a lot of people cleaning out from the White House on their way out for the 2 months after who are going to really regret that they got behind a recall in Wisconsin, because it awoke a center-right coalition in the state like we've never seen before. There are people who come out of the woodwork who've never been involved with the campaign before, and I think that's going to be one of the key elements. The ticket splitters just aren't happening. People are lined up. They made a decision. It's all about turnout now, and I think people are ready for that. But again, it's a lot of similarities. Mitt Romney made the case in that first debate. Paul Ryan's been here multiple times. I'd like to see the governor back here one more time to seal the deal, to personally ask for the votes of people here in the state of Wisconsin. And when I think he does, he'll ultimately win.
I don't think the measurement of enthusiasm is in any of the polls. And I think the enthusiasm, the momentum is with Romney, Ryan, and Thompson, and Republicans all the way down the list. I think we're going to have a bigger victory on November 6th than what the polls are anywhere indicating. I don't think they're measuring the enthusiasm at all.
Again, I think as a great leader, he's doing the right thing. I think from a standpoint, all of us in America want to be focused on it. It's why we did this afternoon, checked in with the Wisconsin Guard, National Guard, checked in with other governors out there. Certainly I appreciate his leadership in putting a focus on. He didn't have to. I mean, he's no longer the governor of Massachusetts. He's not in office. He's not the incumbent. He could have easily come here, but I think he set the right tone, and it's one of those when there's a response to a national disaster, we're no longer Republicans or Democrats, we're just Americans. And
what role does FEMA play? A lot is being talked about what FEMA will do now and what the government's response should be. What would you do as a senator? What would you argue?
Well, first off, I was very much involved with a lot of disasters, not only when I was governor, but also Secretary of Health and Human Services. The government has got to marshal all of their resources. The National Guard that the governor is talking about is very important, but FEMA has got to be ready to go. They've got to be able to set up command posts, and they've got to be able to get into those communities as soon as possible. There are DMAT teams, Department of Health and Human Services, that can go out there and set up immediately. We don't know how serious it's going to be, but right now, tonight, the Secretary of Health and people in emergency government all over the federal government are looking at who can go where and what the resources do we need.